And today we have Colorado GOP Vice Chair candidate D. Lee Phelan Sr. to speak to you today on why he is running for a Vice Chair position with the Colorado GOP. So let's just jump right into it. Mr. Phelan, why do you believe you're the best candidate for Vice Chair for moving the Colorado GOP forward?
First, Adam, let me say thank you for having me, and to your listeners for listening. These are important times for both Colorado and the Colorado GOP. I'm Lee Phelan, chair of the Los Animas County GOP. I own businesses in southern Colorado and northern New Mexico. I'm a retired Army non-commissioned officer, husband of over 40 years, father, grandfather, and as a few weeks ago, a great-grandfather. To answer your question, am I the best choice? In my mind, I have to be honest. I'm not the best choice. However, I do consider myself the best choice of those currently running in this election. Colorado Republicans deserve leadership committed to unity, growth, and strategic innovation. As the next GOP Vice Chair, I pledge to usher in a new era of effectiveness, communication, and grassroots empowerment. My commitment is clear: strengthen the precinct organizations, provide standardized training statewide, and build a unified, accessible voter database that empowers every county, big or small. While I'm not part of a formal slate of officers running for these offices, I am actively collaborating with Brita Horn, who I found to be an open and willing participant in exchanging and implementing ideas for our party's growth. From my first day serving our party, I've worked tirelessly, even when starting with limited resources. I've transformed challenges into opportunities, ensuring every voice is heard and every volunteer equipped. The future of Colorado's GOP requires not just dedication, but proven results and fresh perspectives. And I wholeheartedly believe that together we'll rebuild, reconnect, and reclaim our state. That's why I humbly ask for the support and vote as together we Republicans write the next chapter of Colorado's Republican leadership.
Do you think the Colorado GOP is going to continue to endorse candidates in the primary election?
So this is a question that's multifaceted. First, my opinion that the GOP governance documents were improperly changed to permit that sort of action to occur in the beginning. So the short answer is no. It's not the position of the state to be picking winners or losers. However, it is the state's responsibility to set an equal field of play, establishing a platform to measure candidates by not a purity test outright, but we should be assured our candidates meet essential values. The state should offer venues to introduce and present candidates, 8 counties where these events typically occur, to allow an informed voter pool. This includes a set of PCP training programs to build neighborhood action committees. I would like to see regional resource coordinators that have zones of operation in our state to assist the districts and the counties. But most importantly, we need to work on the governance documents to restore and acknowledge these decisions. The bylaws should also guarantee committee members their First Amendment rights to support as private individuals the candidates they wish to endorse. It doesn't permit that either. These are but a few of the many issues needing correction in our governance documents. We need to address changes in the laws over the years and to incorporate changes in technologies and processes that would permit us as a team to work smarter, not harder.
Colorado GOP Vice Chair candidate D. Lee Phelan Sr. with us. Sorry for the interruption. Let's get to a hot topic. Do you support unaffiliated voting in the Republican primaries?
Again, this requires an understanding of the overall situation. First, what's our goal? And that is to win elections for Republicans, period. There are some more lofty definitions, but let's be clear. We need to win, period. Colorado Republicans represent around 22% of the overall voter population. And then last time I went to school, which was quite a while ago, 22% didn't represent a simple majority. Then, as leadership, you'll have to address those in the party that seek the purity of the party. But even with that, there is no platform. So we're being asked to test candidates for purity when we don't even know the questions. We're also asked to measure the purity level when we don't really know the answers to those non-existing questions. See what I'm getting at? For years, the party has been making demands. It itself has identified. We need to fix that, agree upon that, and then educate the population. So you can see there's a lot of work to be accomplished and a lot of answers missing. So to answer your question at this time, I don't see how to close a process when you only have 22% of the vote. The Colorado GOP will need to grow numbers, and then perhaps we can revisit the matter again later when those numbers and the members ask us to revisit it. However, we need to balance any answer with our mission, and that is to win elections. If we don't win, we don't govern. And we only have to look at the craziness going on in the Denver legislature to see that conservatives can no longer afford, literally can afford, to allow liberals to dictate policy. We're losing our jobs. Costs are skyrocketing. The homeless, drug addiction, the abuse of our children in our schools, wolves, gun confiscation, you name it, liberals are destroying it.
Talking about numbers, everyone talks about the grassroots. Dave Williams discussed them. Other chair candidates have discussed them. What's your opinion on the GOP grassroots?
Well, everyone discusses grassroots. So to me, I think we have people using terminology they either don't understand or it hasn't been identified. I define grassroots as the streets. And for the most part, the Colorado GOP just isn't out on the street. We lack the door knockers, the community level events, the town halls, those sorts of events that draw people to the brand. It's been my experience. The Colorado GOP is used to telling people what we believe are important to them, and we aren't listening to the people. Not listening has cost us membership, lost us members, and lost members is lost voters, nearly placing us in a super minority. We dodged the bullet in 2024, but that was staved off due to the work of the 64 independent counties. Perhaps not 100% of them, but a very large percentage. They stood up in spite of the current leadership, not because of it. I know because I'm a county chair that tried to survive under those conditions. No orientation, no PCP training, not even basic understandings of caucus, assembly, tracer functions, all the necessary items I had to learn on the fly and in rapid procession. It was very frustrating. You combine that with no training, no voter database access, with contact information for PCPs to update, counties to generate contact mailers or emails or even text messages, it's hard to promote candidates or generate fundraising. A prime example is here in Los Animas County. There's more than 3,000 registered Republicans. We routinely speak to under 300. Now imagine engaging all 3,000, and let's say 60% donate $10 a month to their county. We would be living in a different world. He who controls the message controls the people. I'm not looking for control. I'm looking for collaboration. When we say less than 70% of Republicans statewide vote, is it any wonder? We hurt ourselves by design. We need a new design.
People have talked about their plan. Others wouldn't cover theirs, claiming people would steal it. What's your plan?
So, as I said before, I'm not part of any official slate, but I am working with Brita Horn for chair. She has a lot of great ideas. Many are posted on her website, britahorn.com. I don't have a fancy website, but I have been communicating my items amongst ourselves and to the SCC membership, or the State Central Committee. It's been on my social media page. Essentially, though, it's relatively simple. We need to focus on winning. Everyone has heard that from every other candidate. But to accomplish it, that the Colorado GOP, it just simply needs to get back to basics. We need to address voter turnout, voter registration, fundraising, candidate recruitment, coalition development, the very basic business strategies that you would think an organization in the recruitment business would be engaging in. We lack it all today. The Colorado GOP needs to be able to communicate, cooperate, and collaborate efficiently and securely, not debate in the midst of social media like we do today. Once you fix the underlying business operations, the rest is easier, as it involves the State Central Committee. We need to establish a statewide platform and then build a marketing and branding package to take our message to the people. A statewide voter database accessible from the precincts, counties, districts, along with measurable metrics to achieve results, along with the policies to address non-performance, just as you would in any business world. We need to have a morals and ethics policy, a conflict of interest policy built into the governance documents. There are simply some people that should not be representing others, not because of different ideas, but because of poor manners, hostile attitudes, and just plain old childish behaviors, along those who should be trusted but can't be trusted when placed in positions of power. That bad conduct simply needs to be stopped. It wouldn't be permitted in any other company, and it can't be tolerated in the Colorado GOP.
So, you mentioned the platform several times. What would you envision a Colorado-specific platform to cover?
Absolutely. The idea of a state party platform is about clearly defining our principles and providing a unified message for Republicans across Colorado. Now, this is just a starting point. It would need to be discussed, refined, and ultimately voted on by the Central Committee. But some of the key areas we likely cover include fiscal responsibility and taxation. We believe in responsible government spending, reducing burdensome taxation, and ensuring economic policies that promote growth. Election integrity. Protecting the integrity of our elections is paramount. That means ensuring fair, transparent, and secure election processes while defending the role of the Electoral College. Education. Supporting parental rights, school choice, and ensuring that education remains focused on preparing students for the future, not political agendas. Agriculture and water. Agriculture is the backbone of many Colorado communities, and water rights are crucial to our state's future. Our platform should reflect policies that protect both energy and natural resources. Colorado has been a rich natural resource base, and we must balance responsible energy development with environmental stewardship to protect jobs and our way of life. Private property rights, defending the rights of landowners against government overreach and excessive regulations. Small business and economic growth, cutting red tape and fostering a business-friendly environment so that small businesses can thrive. Our law and order, supporting our law enforcement, defending the Second Amendment, and ensuring fair and just legal system for everyone. Securing the border and natural defense. Addressing the immigration crisis happening on our streets and ensuring that Colorado's role in national defense, include our military bases, remains strong. Religious liberty and family values. Defending the First Amendment rights of Coloradoans and ensuring that government policies reflect faith, family, and individual freedoms. Again, this is just a draft framework. It would need to be debated and gather input from members across the state and ultimately a vote. But the goal is to give Coloradoans a clear understanding where the Republican Party stands and what are we fighting for.
Why are we Republicans? Okay, I'll bite. Why are we Republicans?
We're Republicans because we believe the strength of our nation lies with our faith and reliance on God, our Creator, the individual, and the family, and that each person's dignity, freedom, ability, and responsibility must be honored. We believe we are inheritors of a distinct Western civilization and that our traditional culture safeguards our identity as a free people. We believe in American exceptionalism. We believe the United States Constitution is the greatest and most inspired document to govern the nation. And the Republican form of government it gives us under Article 4, Section 4, is the best guarantor of freedom in history. We believe in equal rights, equal justice, and equal opportunity for all, regardless of your race, creed, sex, age, or disability. And we believe human life begins at conception and is protected by the inalienable rights endowed by our Creator, along with the fundamental right to life, and that shall not be infringed upon. We believe free enterprise and encouraging individual initiative have brought this nation opportunity, economic growth, and prosperity. We believe government must practice fiscal responsibility, and that taxpayers shall allow the government only the money necessary to provide constitutionally specified functions. We believe that our founding fathers gave us a government that is a servant to the people, not a master. The proper role of the government is to provide for the people only those critical functions which individuals or private organizations cannot perform. We believe the most effective, responsive government is the government closest to the people. And the sovereignty of the state must be protected. That government is best that governs least. We believe Coloradoans must protect the principles and values that have made us strong. We believe Coloradoans value and should preserve our national strength and pride while working to promote peace, freedom, and human rights throughout the world. We believe the protection of individual rights is upheld when personal responsibility for behavior is exercised. And we believe the Republican Party is the best vehicle for translating these ideas into positive and successful principles of government. And if I may, I'm running for the vice chair position not because I need a job or a fancy title, but to aid the party forward toward a better future. I didn't run for chair, for I didn't believe I could dedicate the time necessary to be the face of the party. But I do believe I got skills to help it succeed. I've watched and waited and evaluated to come to the conclusion that Brito Horn is the clearest example to lead the Colorado GOP. With me as her vice and her collaborative effort with my ideas and her own and the willingness to involve the entire community, I see the only avenue to winning in 2026 is Brito Horn and myself. Now, I'm not here to pump smoke up anyone's dress. It's going to take work. It's going to take commitment. From the PCP all the way to the state chair. We are not tweaking the system. We are reconstructing a system that has crumbled under its own bureaucracy. We will need every committee member to step up. More importantly, if you are a Republican and left the party, now's the time to come back. Contribute to be part of the answer. And even if you're an independent or a blue dog Democrat looking for the America we all reminisce about, come join us. I'm D. Lee Phelan, running for vice chair of the Colorado GOP, and I ask you, SCC members, to vote Brito Horn for chair and myself as vice. God bless.
And that wraps up our show. Many thanks to D. Lee Phelan Sr., Vice Chair candidate for Colorado GOP, and the current chair of the Los Animas County Republican Party. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. You have a great and blessed day.